Hello class, my name is Marlene Gonzalez and I will be doing week 4, lab 3, osmosis, direction, and concentration gradients for Dr. Atala's anatomy and physiology class at Concord Career College. For this experiment, you will need 60 grams of sucrose powder, 3 250 milliliter beakers, 4 waste beakers, any volume, a 10 milliliter graduated cylinder, 100 milliliter graduated cylinder, 8 rubber bands, water, a permanent marker, scissors, paper towels, 4 pieces of 15 centimeters dialysis tubing. Okay, so you are going to label your 3 beakers 1, 2, and 3. You're going to put 100 milliliters of water into beaker 3, and then you're going to grab your 4 dialysis tubing, and you're going to submerge them in the water for about 10 minutes. After 10 minutes have passed, you're going to remove the dialysis tubing and you're going to rub your fingers throughout it just to open the tubing. You're going to grab one of the colored rubber bands, and you're going to tie it and ensure that you leave about 1 inch to 2 inches sticking out. And then you're going to tie a knot, and this is going to ensure that no solution leaks out through the end. Okay. And we are going to repeat this step with each of the rubber colored bands. Okay, so I finished prepping the other 3 dialysis tubing bags, and next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my 30% concentrated sucrose solution, and I'm going to do 3 different formulas. So for the first one, I am going to do the 30%. So that just means I'm going to pour 10 milliliters of my solution into the graduated cylinder. And I'm going to put it in this beaker. I'm going to mark it 30%. Okay, so for my next solution, I am going to want 15% concentrated solution. So I'm going to pour 5 milliliters of the 30% concentration solution into my graduated cylinder. And then I'm going to add 5% of water. 5 milliliters of water. And I'm gonna pour it into another beaker labeled 15% concentration. Lastly, I'm going to do 2 more solutions. In order to get 3% concentration, I have to pour 1 milliliter into the graduated cylinder and 9 milliliters of water in order to get 3%. So now I have my concentration solutions. I have 30% concentrated sucrose solution, 15%, and 1% concentrated sucrose solution. With the remainder of my 30% concentration sucrose solution, I was able to pour 150 milliliters into beaker 1. So this is 30% concentration. And then I was able to also do 3% concentration of 200 milliliters into beaker 2. So our next step is going to be filling up the dialysis tubings. So for the 30% concentration sucrose solution, I'm going to be filling that up with the yellow bag. So I went ahead and put 10 milliliters of the 30% concentration solution in here. And now I am going to seal it off. Okay, now I'm going to pour the 15% sucrose solution into the rubber band, the dialysis tube with the red rubber band. And then I'm going to place the 1% in the green dialysis tube. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the blue one. For my hypothesis, I believe that the water is going to move from a less concentrated solution to a higher concentrated solution. So what we're going to do now is we are going to place the bags into the beakers, and we're gonna let it sit for about an hour. I went ahead and recorded how much milliliters are in each bag initially, and in an hour we're going to see what the water flow is, if it has increased or decreased. It's been about an hour since my dialysis tubes have been sitting in the solutions. These were sitting in 3% concentrated solution. As you can tell, they have increased in volume. And then this one was sitting in 30% concentrated sucrose solution, and as you can tell, it decreased in volume. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure each volume, and I'm going to compare it to the initial state. After measuring the volume of my dialysis tube, I got my results. So for the yellow, which was 30% concentration, it read 15 milliliters instead of 10. For the red, it was 12 milliliters instead of 10. For the blue, it was 10 milliliters. It actually stayed the same. And then for the green, it was 4 milliliters instead of 10. When viewing, when categorizing the solutions, the yellow solution would be both the yellow and the red are hypotonic solutions due to it being a lower solute concentration inside the beaker. Since the concentration was 30% and 15%, it is higher than the 3% solution it was in, hence why it increased in volume. The blue solution is isotonic, which means there is equal state concentration on both sides. since the 3% was inside of the 3% solution, it did not increase or decrease in volume. Lastly, the green hypertonic solution would fall under, the green solution would fall under hypertonic just because it did decrease in volume. And that is because there's a higher solution concentration in the beaker than inside of the dialysis tube. This will conclude today's experiment. Thanks for watching.